Welcome back. The last few lessons episodes have been a bit down. So let's get out of the browser wars. Talk about something a bit more cheerful. We did talk about Abbey Word a while back. So, how else can we do word processing on Haiku? There's quite a few ways, and today I'm going to talk about two of the more advanced methods. Because we have two office suites available. The one is called LibreOffice, and the other one's called Calligra. So, LibreOffice first. Let's do a search. And there it is. So, you can't just install the word processor. You have to install the entire thing, and obviously I've done it already because this thing has a ton of dependencies. Then below that you will see these are alternative interfaces. So if your language is French and you prefer your menus and such to be in French, then you can do it, and there's quite a few. That is not to be confused with the spell check dictionaries, because those are down here. The MySpell. See, MySpell itself contains the English dictionaries. Yeah, a bit of imperialism going on there. And then any other language you want to work in for your spell check and your hyphenation, then you have to install it manually. Okay, so where is it? Here it is. On the menu, you will see LibreOffice. It's one of the very few applications in Haiku that, creates its own submenu. And there you see there's a general gateway app. There's a calculator, database, drawing program, Impress, that's the presentations. There's a little math module, and there's a writer. And so let's have a look at that. Now, the first time you run LibreOffice or any of those modules, it takes a long time to set up all its settings and so on. And that's true on every operating system. That's not a Haiku problem. And there we have it, LibreOffice Writer. And if we say new, then it should give us a new. Let's see. Okay, this one, I don't think I've installed the templates on this one. Let's just have a quick look. Templates. No, there aren't any. Okay, doesn't matter. Oh, this is an example of so this was originally known as Star Office, and the word processing component was called Star Writer. I actually have a copy of Star Writer for MS-DOS. It's that old. It has its own file format, ODT, but one of the reasons, even if you prefer one of the other word processors, why you should have LibreOffice installed is this thing has fantastic translation abilities. It will swallow ancient WordPerfect, Lotus Ami Pro. It'll even open Word documents that are in a format so old that even Microsoft doesn't support them anymore. See, there are websites where you can convert documents from one format into another, and they're running LibreOffice on the back end. Little known fact. So, I am not going to talk about LibreOffice very much because the whole point of it is it works exactly the same as LibreOffice on any other platform. On Windows, on Linux, on Mac. It's available everywhere. And, there are hundreds of instructions and videos on how to write in LibreOffice. So I don't think there's a point in me going through this is bold, this is italic. It's a word processor, and if you go here to Tools, you will find a quite remarkable selection of options. You can rearrange these toolbars, you can do so many things. Now I'm not sure if it's true any longer, but there was a point when people were thinking about porting this to Haiku, and somebody pointed out that the code base for LibreOffice is actually larger than for Haiku itself. It's that involved. So we are very fortunate to have this, and it's one of the things that really makes it possible for us to get work done on Haiku. Now, I'm not going to save this. The other one is called Calligra. And give it a second. And there. Slightly more involved because, like LibreOffice, it creates its own little submenu, but not everything here is in the one package. For instance, Calligra Plan is a separate download. And then there's Kexi, which is the database component, and it also puts its icon in there, but whether it's actually a part of Calligra is debatable. Because it's not called Calligra Kexi, like Calligra Plan is, right? And you can see Ocular plugins. Only if you use Ocular, which is a PDF viewer, do you need to install that. Right, so let's have a look at the Calligra writer. Okay, we start with blank documents. Oops. Words. Okay, so it looks a lot simpler than LibreOffice. I will grant you that. You know, but all the power is hidden here in the sidebar. The thing about Calligra Writer is that it is obsessed with frames. You can just start writing like I just did here, but that's only because this blank page actually is a frame. There, you can see it now. And so everything happens within frames in Calligra Writer. So it's almost more a desktop publishing program than a classic word processor. And that's not a bad thing, you know, it's however you prefer it. So again, you will find explanations of how to work with it. You find videos, you find manuals. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it. And obviously later in the series we will talk about the spreadsheets and the databases and all the other bits and pieces that make up these Office suites. So just use whichever one works best for you. And of course, as we said a few weeks ago, there's AbiWord. There are still other ways to do word processing. We've got a number of lightweight markdown editors that we are also going to have a look at. And I've also got a little surprise for you that you may not be expecting. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.